Well, hello. I want to talk about fat people shit once more. Okay. Hello, hello, hi. It is me, Razai, small town Didi, your Khadi and these every internet, and I'm back. I've been depressed for the past 2 hours. In fact, I think it happened earlier, but I came to terms with I let out a good cry. So that was good. Like right before I came on. I'm surprised maybe it shows. Maybe some of you can actually see it in my eyes and stuff. But I still put on lip liner. I'm a good woman. Um, yeah. Do I want to talk about why I'm in a slump? Maybe it'll come up because I honestly have been trying to like figure out what I'm going to talk to you guys about because I have to post a review of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and my last two videos are reviews of that. And I need to break it because some of you aren't here for the housewives and reality television reviews. You just like to hear me blab off about any other thing, right? And I don't want to starve you guys, but I also don't want to just come and talk about things that I have nothing to say about. I've been sitting here and this has fallen victim. It's a jar of sprinkles, like my favorite goes to this so pretty on bakes. I've been eating this shit. I went for my walk today. I'm trying to restart. We took pictures of the weekend. One of my friend's birthdays tomorrow. Today's Monday. Her birthday is tomorrow, and she's these people who take like birthday so seriously. But honestly, it was so much fun, so I didn't care. Except the shoes I was wearing were miserable for the pictures. And then after that, we partied. And it was a good time. I was so fucking tired though. But I stuck it through. I drank all four of my lebonzas. Didi, what's that? Mapula lebonza is what we affectionately call the groovy jela bonang, like BNG. Mapula lebonza. So I had all four my lebonzas, and then I was like, I gotta go. And I had like shots of tequila. I was like a proper drunk this weekend. Like, you know, I have no regrets, but I'm fat. I'm fucking fat. I do not like myself in the dress. My makaba is back, like the tummy's bulging all about the fucking place. I'm looking at myself and I'm realizing the weight has sat back in on my face because I was just saying to somebody, we were on this journey together, and she's like, "Yo, I also fell off," and we haven't seen each other in months. She's like, "I also fell off." The birthday girl is the only one doing well. The three of us, we go on walks together, the three of us. And then, hey coach, and then she's like, yeah, but the weight has sat back on my face. I'm like, oh, the weight doesn't come, bitch. Bitch, I'm looking at me here. I'm so round. But that's doom scrolling is why I'm actually sad. I was scrolling and then I came across something that just reminded me that I'm actually mid grieving. Like it doesn't stop and it doesn't go away. And whatever, I'll talk about it another time. Maybe some of you have realized that there are times where I speak of a person in past tense and present, or I avoid tenses altogether because I'm having a hard time placing like this person as not being around. Like a very difficult time when I speak of them, especially young. I don't know where to place them because I'm aware physically they aren't here, but it's very hard. And I'll talk about it another time because I just will. I actually want to talk about fannita. Didi, who is fannita? Fannita is an American content creator, and we will like segue into the content creation versus influencer chat that was brought about by fannita going viral maybe 2 weeks or a week ago by now. Fannita is a former fat girl.
Imagine posting on your page for me to see and I never do. Imagine being in competition with a bitch that never lose. Pressed by who? You? Never shit. I hate on me too. I been supposed to put my foot on that gas. That shit way overdue.
Who has lost weight in a very short space of time. And hey, a lot of good thing is going on there with fannita. Fannita lost weight and then she started saying, well, I don't think everybody's beautiful. That was the first thing. This was months ago now, probably sometime last year.
What is your hot take? This is going to sound really mean, but I promise I'm not a mean girl, even though some people think I am. I don't think everyone's beautiful. Listen, I don't.
Wait, tell me.
And I think we need to stop lying. I think we need to stop. Like, some people are ugly and that's fine. Like, some people are, and that's okay.
She went on a Tarte trip. Like, they plugged her in last minute to be like the token black. The thing about poverty for me when it comes to her is that in part it can make you lack politic because you're fucking hungry. Like, I don't know how else to put it. And she's young, and it's like, who and what were her influences? I'm not surprised that this is happening. Her style of content is like sort of comedy and beauty, and she does podcasting now, I think. And basically she's found herself in sort of like a crossover gray area, because it's not all the way crossover, in that I can't tell if white people like, she's palatable but not profitable, which then lends itself to she's palatable in a caricature kind of way, in a she's not a comfortable like black, like she's okay to be the butt of the joke, and as long as she's allowed to be in like particular spaces, like she's okay sticking out like a sore thumb if she feels like being in that space means she'll get to the bag. Again, the poverty thing, she comes from less than desirable economic and social situations, if you would like, and she said other things like listen, if I can find clips of Fannita saying stuff, I'll just put them here and you see them. If I don't, bitch, I mean I don't find them. Shit. But like things like, calling people broke now that she feels like, and it's like for an influencer, but she's also so young. I think I've got so much grace for Fannita because I'm a big girl, and I wouldn't necessarily say I didn't go without, in the sense that I've never gone to bed hungry, but I by no means exist in like access or opulence or like I can't even say I'm comfortable. I'm just not hungry. I'm just like, physically there's food in the fridge, right? But otherwise I'm sleeping in my childhood bedroom and it's a tight fit. But it's like, do I have a bedroom to sleep in and like fresh linen that smells like fabric softener? Yes, I fucking do. Okay. But I don't think that was her situation. And so what we have is Fannita feeling like she's now on and she can talk crazy. And I feel like that's just like a like, it's, remember with Kanya on Ultimatum, where I'm like, well, the world kind of just needs to deal with the fucking monster that is Kanya, because we created this monster where attractive women feel like they can do shit and get away with shit, and they've experienced doing shit and getting away with shit. Fannita is somebody who has experienced being ignored, going unseen, disregarded, whatever or else that comes in existing in a bigger body, and she's dark skinned, right? And now that she feels like she's inched herself ever so closer to whiteness by becoming thin, or rightness, or both, she feels emboldened to now talk smack. And I don't know what the confusion is, because if we didn't treat like fat people the way we do, Fannita's experience would not be like, we would not experience her the way we're experiencing her right now, because she would not have had to go through what she went through as a dark-skinned big girl. Like, if she didn't go through all of that, if we as society don't put her through all of that, this Fannita doesn't happen. We created this monster, and instead of like pointing at this young girl who clearly lacks guidance and doesn't come from the type of place where you're molded and like from a young age you understand, like there's nuance in your takes and stuff. I mean, it's clearly not there, and you see it when she goes on to compare herself to, I think this girl's name is Alexa, or I don't know, bitch, a skinny white girl that other white girls want to be on the internet.
I look like a disco ball. A hot disco ball, a bit, but still.
Like Hailey Bieber, like an influencer, but Hailey Bieber, like, because they're doing similar numbers. It's like she doesn't have a person in her life who can like break that down to her, all she does and she thinks she's big shit and doesn't listen. But that's not the point. Let's stay on the fat part before we get to that part. You guys, the takes I was also hearing, right? Oh, Fanita's just a loser who finally like got the shit that she never thought she would had. Oh, Fanita is this. Part of how we talk about Fanita is because we're still like the lens of fat, dark skinned, therefore not important, can be disregarded. Experiences can be ignored. All of that has informed some of the takes that you all have had on the internet, in my view. The flippant manner of like, there's just not enough nuance in some of the videos that I saw where there isn't enough acknowledging of we create this thing. This monster is of our creation. And it's a lot of, oh, she's just a loser who finally got the skinny body she never thought she would had, heal, and all of this other fucking shit. That's not how it works. And we know that the chances of her possibly putting that weight back on huge. Most people who, hello, I haven't lost like weight that drastically, but last year around this time, I had a waist and I couldn't locate that waist this weekend. I could not find it, honey. Like it's gone. Oh my God. My tummy has got like 3 folds. I'm telling you now, I say it all the time. If I ever lose weight, lingy, lebo babe, like not even as like a kiki or whatever, you're gonna have to ask yourself what types of things about me. Was I even ever this person? Is this like I can't guarantee shit. Like, babe, you cannot confirm. Not listen. In the wise words of like the legendary Brenda Fassie, you cannot. Confirm it. Like when yo guys discover it's like yo. Is it? I told you guys that I crave it. Like num, like salivate at like the thought, because I want that experience. I want to navigate the world in a smaller body and like have people project like positive shit like over fucking nothing. I mean, let me tell you something. Like, while I've been eating these fucking sugar beets and I've got a headache now because my body hates sugar. My body actually hates sugar, guys. I know, right? Like, it's like, oh, why do I have this terrible hangover? Because when my buns are my full, bitch, like, it's sugar. Like, what is wrong with me? And I'm trying to hydrate the whole day. And I'm just like, you know what? Only live once, bitch. You only live once. But let me tell you something. If I ever got small, Fannita, you all would not even remember Fannita. The way. And the thing about girls like Fannita and I is that we low-key feel like we're actually cute. It's just, if we got skinny, you guys would see it. All the time that as a fat, ugly bitch, I don't really think I'm ugly. I just know that I don't qualify as being called pretty because of, well, whatever. But like, because like, I always thought Fannita was cute. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people have always said she's got the prettiest mouth. She's so fucking cute, right? We saw it even when she was big. But now she's lost the weight. She's over leveraging what she thinks she now, how she thinks she now rates within the beauty market. She really hasn't, for her, because these are her experiences, and walking into a room and people experiencing you for the first time who haven't experienced you bigger, I suppose that reception is now informing her ballsy kind of, I can do what I want. But then Fannita also goes into having, I think she said the fat thing a while ago. And then in this particular take, she's talking about not being paid the same as her white counterparts, which, now everybody was like, but don't you remember when you went on the Tart trip and we tried to explain to you these dynamics and how you're being used and how, like, Fannita, we tried to explain this to you, but you can't explain shit to Fannita. She like compares herself to some white skinny blonde girl. Like, girl, what are you doing that for? Like, she does she does that, and everybody has to come out and explain to her that yes, we watch you and we consume you, but that's about it, right? This white bitch, little white girls want to be her. Like, little white girls are hanging on to her every move, her everything. The takes on this part of what was happening, very good. Very good, the takes that I heard on this side of the thing, of the argument. The girls want to be that white girl. And I think it then brings in the conversation of this, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm like fat and I'm sitting here talking to you guys. What am I aiming for this platform to do? Honestly, this platform was created as like an outlet for me, because I exist online in my professional capacity as well. And I've always felt like if I did what the kids call looks maxing, which is obviously like be the hottest you can be, because that's the chat right now online. There's this fat, short, first of all, he's sitting in a car and I've deduced that he's short. How did I get there? But anyway, he's like really like roundish. We could be siblings or he could be my dad. I don't know. We're very round faces here now, but I think he's a good looking man. Even in his chubby state. And this man, listen, if I find the clip, then I'm gonna put it here. If I just continue, which means I don't find it.
I'm a fat old black ass nigga. Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run.
Okay. But this man talks about, he talks about being attractive matters, even as a man, when you get up there in age. Like, people are, it's like we're superficial. It's what we look at. I often look at how I perform in my professional capacity. And when things are part of my depression and eating like sugar beads, like sprinkles today, has been me looking back at the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks even, or the last month that I've had in my professional capacity, and having to come to terms with the fact that, like, I wonder if I look smacked, or if I, which is like, get skinny, fix my teeth, like do everything I can to be the hottest version of me. I know for a fact that I'd be received differently, and that all of us, like, people like proximity to attractive people or influential people. Like, influential and attractive is even better. But I often think about, if I was an attractive young woman, would my business have been doing a lot better? And I'm not even in the beauty space, But you see how people respond to people who are in the same business as you, who are more attractive, are adjacent. And then you have to sit with it and ask yourself, am I looking for excuses? Or the business model is probably just not working out because that person isn't like considered the most attractive person, but it's panned out for them? Or do I write that off as the anomaly and be like, wow, it working out for, like, that's the fucking exception. Like, it worked out for that one person. That doesn't mean that that's the rule, because it's and it's crazy because I am not in the beauty space at all, but I can't help but feel this way nonetheless, because I'm like, I put in so much into my work, and I'm constantly working at, like my brain doesn't know how to shuttle from this shit. Constantly working at improving the product and getting a better product out to people. And people don't actually really complain about what it is I'm giving them, right? More than that, it's layered with me, right? It's the location. I'm in the wrong place, people say. It's a whole bunch of shit that people are always saying is the matter with why it is I may feel this or may not feel that. And like, half the time I'm just like, and I think I've said this to you guys, why couldn't I just be inclined differently? Like, why I am so fucking mad and tired. Like, why could I just like not like anything? Like, those people look happy. I am so sorry. And I'm not even just, but like those, we go off on tangents, yeah. Those people look happy. The people who don't have like a passion, like they go to a job because a job is a job. It's supposed to give you money. And they get in, they do like bare minimum. Oh, fucking aspire. I want to be one of them so freaking bad. Like this passion center thing is wild. Wild. And somebody on here did a video about like passion and purpose and how just because something is your passion, it doesn't mean it's your purpose. But sometimes it truly is. And then you're fucked. And I've said this to you guys as well. It's like what gets me down even more when things aren't going well and I'm looking at all these angles, like, cause like I'm a woman. Like when it's said and done, you're always looking like it's internal. You internalize everything. Is it me? What am I doing wrong? Is it my communication style? Am I not smiling enough? I don't fucking smile enough. I don't like my fucking teeth. I don't even like talking to people. Not even like. I got to a point where I could not speak to people. It was fucking crippling. It was like freaking debilitating. Like I'd put my phone under my pillow. Like I'd physically not want to see the phone, like my work phone. Like physically, if I saw it and I hadn't gotten back online to text people back about their like whatever they were asking about or their potential orders or whatever, it got so bad. So I now have a person who deals with that, right? But like it's created the situation for me where I no longer have that like the new people who came after I'd handed my phone to somebody to do that part of my job. I don't have that relationship with them. So sometimes when they arrive, I don't know who is what. Then I have to check my, oh, you're so and so, whatever, whatever. And when they've been here a couple of times, you would think that I would, but like I've even gotten bad with faces and stuff. It's all fucking terrible. How did we get here? How did we get here? We are talking about that, the transfer thing that is fannita. And it's like, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to reel this in because I think I know where I got derailed. I don't think I'm going to post this shit. But I'm saying, I exist online even in my professional, but like with this, for instance, this kind of content is not the kind of content that you can make. And I don't see myself becoming an influencer. Right? In the sense of like, are you being paid because you are influential? Like, what's that click-through rate? Like, what is there a conversion? Like, can we talk, you said this, and then the people ran to the store? Because what am I doing? I'm just sitting here like talking smack, right? That's what fannita does. Like, nobody wants to look like fannita. You're a dark-skinned, like, fat black woman. That's the thing we're told not to be. So nobody wants to be you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So nobody wants to be you. So no matter how many times you say Alexis whomever or whatever it is that you say, like, so and so and I get the same views, but she gets paid more. If she says to these fucking bitches, this is the best crop top I've ever, that crop top has already sold out. Like before the end of that little TikTok video, the little girlies are on the internet getting it because this is the shirt that Uhaley wore, Untunton wore. You girl, we don't give a shit what you wear. We want to get some laughs and go. So unless you're planning to like full on branch into like doing stand up where people buy your tickets to come and consume you for like the element that they consume you for, this is not gonna work. I think that's the thing. It's Ricky, man, these two that have this podcast. If I find the clip again, I'll attach it so you guys understand how we segued into the, but is she an influencer or is she a content?
A lot of people on here use the term influencer too loosely. In my opinion, okay, IMO, bitch, there's a difference between an influencer and a content creator. There are millions of content creators here on TikTok, not influencers. For you to be an influencer, the girls gotta look to you for what's next, bitch. Are the girls doing that? Are you inspirational? Are you aspirational? Do bitches want to be you? Are you a motivation? Like, what are you really giving the girls? Do we know you? Like, you have 5 million, 10 million followers, but like, doing what? Just following trends back in 2020? The follow button was easy, or just because you're pretty? But it's like, what do you bring to the table, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it so unique about you? There's definitely a difference. I just don't like the word influencer just being like so loosely like, yeah, I'm an influencer. Like, bitch, no, you're not. You just make videos on here. You're popular. You get the likes, you get the views. So does everyone else who follows the trend. Do what you gotta do. I'm not hating, you know, everybody gotta eat. But I'm just saying, like, the girls, not everyone's an influencer. And everyone has that thing. I'm trying to say qua, bitch. There's people on here like that have true influence that is like, oh, okay, bitch, I did it because she did it. You know what I'm saying? I wore pink because the bitch wore pink. I shaved my head because she shaved her head pink. That's real influence, bitch. When the girls do things because you do it, okay? I just had to just make that announcement because a lot of people are like, I'm an influencer, like I should be getting this. It's like, no, you are a content creator. You create content, which is great and which is perfect. But babes, let's be.
Now, in terms of me and my professional capacity, the potential for me to be an influencer, they're very real, very tangible. One, I work with a lot of product, right? I am experienced enough in my field for me to be somewhat a voice of authority in what it is I fucking do. Like, if I tell you, these are the best sprinkles, the girls are going to buy the fucking sprinkles. That's not even me trying to toot my own horn or something. Also, I'm not gonna say go buy like the sprinkles if the sprinkles are on the, like, because that's just like, no, I can't have that shit on me. Just what I'm saying. But like, I'm not making it up. I have people in my comments wanting answers from me, waiting with bated breath for me to come back and tell them what fucking chocolate to use. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? But like, I'm now finding myself, this is a bit of fannita and really more of me. Like, I'm now finding myself, and I had somebody start on a portfolio for me to try to start to reach out to brands, because with the little bit of numbers that I have on my TikTok on my professional side, I technically qualify as like a micro or a nano or like, bitch, I don't know. But what do I do now? And I'm like, would this work better if people also wanted to be me? Like, I wonder that. Like, if I also was attractive while doing this thing that I'm so good at, I feel like it's not good enough that I feel I'm good at this thing. I feel I'm experienced enough at this thing. And I speak with conviction and authority in what it is I'm talking about, because I know my shit. I know what I know what I don't know, and I say what I don't know. And I say when I'm learning, and I am a quick study in this very specific thing because I'm so good at it. And I feel like a full pivot isn't what I require. I think a tweak of what I'm doing and a nudge here and a nudge there is like, you ever feel like you're constantly on the cusp? I felt like that about my, I'm going to call it a career because bitch, why am I calling it that? This fucking thing I do, okay? You feel like you're almost always on the cusp, and then like your mind is overlooked. We're no longer talking about fannita, chicken race. Like your mind is like crammed. Do you see how I've been that's my brain. Like all the time. All the time. It's going at that speed. It's that many thoughts running through it. Half of them is, bitch, how do we get ourselves out of the situation where you're broke, fat, and sad and living in your mom's dad's house? Notice I didn't say ugly. There's progress. But Jensen, and it's like the ideas are so many, and they're good, and they're very viable. That's what's crazy, because I'm actually a very rooted in reality type of person when it comes to my ideas. But like, it's like, what freeze that's still, it's like, which one to start with first, which is the thing that like makes the others happen, because they almost hinge on each other. And it's like, but which one is supposed to be first? And it's like, with the little bit that you have, which is very, oh guys, I'm going through a lot, seriously. All I have to my name is the good hair my mama gave me. That's it. That's it. And worst part, because people say to me all the time, you could monetize that fucking hair. The worst part, I don't know how to take care. No, that's so true. I know how to take care of my hair. How to take care of my hair is that I do nothing to it, and it takes care of me because it understands that we've got a lot going on, and the last thing I need is shit going awry with the hair. Because I will not come on here this year. Do you see what just happened? That guys, yo, I need to like be able to like zone in on one. Look now, I just like dumped Fannita halfway through the fucking chat. I was like, fuck that bitch. We're done talking about her. It's not my therapy session, and we're talking about the shit that's going on with me. Okay, nice knowing you, babe. But the point is, because you're dark skinned and fat, nobody wants to be you. I think we've explained there. And you can't compare yourself to these white girls, no matter how many times they let you into their spaces. It's never for the reasons that you think, but because you don't want to sit and analyze anything, you find yourself in this position and this and then that. And you should not have gone on the Tart trip to begin with. It was never worth it. But the thing about like a Fannita is like, she'll get it if it starts affecting, if she feels herself retreat ever so much closer back to that poverty line, she'll have to sit and reassess some things. But for as long as she's like you know, the blacks that they prop up to like, she's actually dangerous. She's a dangerous black. She's a dangerous black. No. Mm-mm. She reminds me of like, I said this to somebody in the workspaces. The black person who did not have a lot of access to white people, especially in their formative years. Like if you didn't go to like a like schools where you got to see like how these people move, and you find yourself in white spaces and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? And then you just like being around them, and you like lack the lens to see what we experienced us having to be around them in their spaces. That is the most dangerous person in your workplace. As another black, that's the fucking darky. Not me and my fucking accent. I'm the last bitch you need to worry about, because I like to tell white people about themselves for free. Maybe that's why my shit is janky. Fuck white people. Ain't no white people over here, girl. Like, it's not really like, why would they be white people over here? Why would they? I'm not saying they can't come, but you know, I just can't imagine they'd want to. Would they? I don't care. I don't care. This is still on because I didn't think I was gonna be here. Anyway, that's all. I have no idea what I said in the video. I don't know how I'm gonna title this. I think I'm just gonna say Dear Diary Ramblings, because there was no cohesion. I'm very sad today. And it started off so great. I went for my morning walk, but I'm so sad. I hate sadness. It's so powerful. Like, it's overwhelming. It's like I feel like I try to run away from it. Like, I try to run away from crying, and then it caught up with me. Like, the cry happened to me. And this keeps happening to me because I'm very embarrassed about the fact that I cry at the drop of a dime. I don't know why I'm embarrassed about that, you know? That's something else to unpack there. If anyone needs to like give me some fucking therapy money, well, she needs to go first herself, bitch. It's so real. But like, I try to run away from my cry, and like, it's like, I know it's gonna catch up to me, and eventually it's gonna have to happen. That's how I release. But I'm so embarrassed at how much I cry, and I don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm very, I mean, I have some very like stoic women in my life. They started crying like 3 years ago, and barely. One of them was like to me the other day, I've been crying. I'm like, you don't do that. Like, you don't fucking do that. You know, one of them cried. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. You bitches know who you are. I don't know what the fuck to do when you guys cry. I don't know what to do with that. And I think just being around them, like, and crying as easily as I do, I felt like I need to just like get a hold of myself And I experience feelings of like embarrassment at how easily I cry. So I try to control it and I can't. Like literally, what usually happens is like I'll have the lump in my throat, all of that. And then like it will happen to me. Like like I will find myself having to find a breathing pattern to try to why am I managing it? Why can't I just cry? Just cry. Jeez, I used to be okay with the fact that I cry all the time. These fucking hoes have warped my. There's nothing wrong with the fact that I cry. I need to get okay with that. But that's all. Mwah, mwah. Bye,